What's up, YouTube? This is C Dog, and I'm back with another review. This review is on McDonald's Transformers Robots in Disguise, the McDonald's set. This is the Robots in Disguise set. We have the full set here. We have 1, Bumblebee, 2, Grimlock, 3, Optimus Prime, 4, Fracture, 5, the Chompozoid Underbite, 6, Sideswipe, 7, Fix-It, and 8, which is awesome, Clampdown. Now, moving these aside, we'll start with the first one, which, in my opinion, is the most boring, Bumblebee. So they come in a bag like this. You know, we all seen the McDonald's. Oh, and I want to say one thing, first and foremost. I think this week is going to be a week that I'm going to actually put a lot of my McDonald's Transformers. I have pretty much all the McDonald's and Burger King Transformers from the U.S., from like maybe the 90s or something. I have Armada, and I even have some Energon. I have all the Cybertron. I have all the animated. I have the Prime. I have the movie stuff. I have all of it. Moving right along to Bumblebee. So I kept them open for simplicity's sakes, but comes with a little sheet, you know, we all know that. Unlock a game if you want when you scan your Happy Meal toy. I'm only going to show you that once, at least that side. It also comes with a sword. Now Bumblebee, he's not bad. He's got some details in him, a little bit. Could lose a little more paint, but not bad. He has some posability. You can move his arms around, and he does have kind of like a ratcheting arm, but that is for the gimmick. So what you can do is you put the sword in the arm, and in the back, you can see his legs. You just hold them from the back of the legs or even the front, and you can put his arm. Say you put his arm up. And, yeah, that's the other thing. He doesn't really hold it that well, but he will hold it. Here, we'll put it all the way in. If you put his arm up, he can chop like that. Put it down. Chop a little bit more down. Put it all the way back, like that. Put it in the middle. You know, you can adjust to where you're chopping. He has, you know, he also has the waist twist turn. So it's pretty much the same thing as his waist twist. You can turn it by doing his waist. Alright, moving right along. That's number 1. Number 2 is good old Grimlock. And Grimlock comes with a fireball. And this is Grimlock. Good old Grimlock. And looking at his details, looking a lot like Grimlock from the show. Although they color-coded the button. But he's actually articulated. Hold on a second, let me adjust my camera. He's actually articulated, and you can move his arms. They're posable, and his legs, both of them, are posable. He sports an Autobot symbol on this side, unlike when we saw the cartoon where he had a Decepticon symbol. And his gimmick is he put in his Fire Blast, and he has a switch on the bottom. Turn it on, and you can hold it, and it will light up. And you really aren't going to be able to see it that well in here, but it does light up. And oh, there you go. I had it the wrong way. Yeah, it lights up, and if you hold it down a little more, it fires. Let's see if we can actually get it to fire at Bumblebee. And maybe it's not in there. Hold on. Yeah, well, maybe if you. Anyways, it did fire the one time I tried it, so I'm not sure what its problem is. It's a McDonald's toy. I'm not really too worried about the firing gimmick. Moving right along to number 3 is Optimus Prime. Everyone loves Optimus Prime, and he's taller than the rest, so we'll move him up Try to adjust the camera so it just focuses on him. Looking at his face details, he's got some Autobot symbols on both arms if you look. Seeing him on both shoulders. So some paint details on the chest. His black paint deals as the windows here. He has some gray. It's not black, it's like a gray. It's like a dark gray for his abdomen. He's got a light gray for his painted for his thighs, and he has, you know, blue wheels on the back of, or sorry, blue legs. And he's looking pretty cool, actually. He's got this weird wrist that spins. Let's see if I can get it. Let's check out what I'm talking about. See? It's a wrist, it's a fist, but it spins so you can do the gimmick. And the other one is, you know, it's a normal fist. No head posability, but he does have waist posability. And he has his arms will swing all the way around. He also has a gimmick where he comes with this weapon. It looks like a mace or a morning star, and it's keyed to go in a certain way, so make sure you put it in the right way. And once you get it in the right way, you put his arm up, and let's see, I'll get that camera to adjust it a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about, but he's pretty good at swinging it. Pretty cool. Optimus Prime. Moving him aside. Moving on to number 4, which is Fracture. You get Fracture. You get his, shows you how to, in every one of them it has a little slip to show you how to work the gimmicks in every single McDonald's Transformer I've ever gotten, actually. It comes with this weapon. It's got like a translucent purple plastic and a opaque purple plastic for the pitchfork part. It has a switch here. You can turn it on. Oh, oops, sorry. You can turn it on, and when you turn it on and you push it back, it lights up like a firing weapon. And we'll take out Fracture real quick. There's Fracture. Looking very cool. I love these toys. I'm really kind of partial to my McDonald's Transformers of all kinds. He's got posable arms. Both arms swing around. He's got a posable waist. And this guy's gimmick is you can either put this on his back, like he's got a peg right there, and he can peg in like so. Like that. Or he has a peg on his upper shoulder. So, and then you can hold his arm like he's holding the weapon. Especially if you, and then you just push it back. Oh. Well, I guess go like this. You know, it starts weaponizing. Make sure to turn the switches off when you're done with these. Same with Grimlock. You know, on, off. All right, moving right along. Put Fracture and his weapon back there. And we are at number 5. 5 is everyone's favorite Chompazoid Underbite. I'm going to move all the rest of these out of the way for a minute just so I can focus in on Chompazoid Underbite. There's Underbite's head, nice painted face. He's got painted grays, painted purples, painted eyes, more darker painted grays. He's got 2 different tones of gray from his top to his bottom, if you notice that. He's got purple plastic, unpainted right here. And the only posability he has is on his, he can move his mouth up and down, and he has sort of some posability with his legs, but they're moved in tandem together. Looking at the back, the side, he's got some gears on the side of his legs. Looks like he pegged something into his side here. His gimmick is you kind of sit him down and then let go, and he jumps forward and chomps at you. So let's see if he does it with Optimus. Oopsie, sorry, my stuff didn't spring good enough. Yep, there you go. That's Underbite. So moving right along to number 6. Number 6 is Sideswipe, and he's red, so I am going to get all the others out of the way so I can focus on the red. Looking at the details first. It's got a nice Sideswipe head with the hair. Nice Autobot symbol in the front, even painted. He's got the Sideswipe light chest, some wheel arms. It's got black plastic, like a dark gray black. It's not quite black, it's more like a dark gray. And red plastic. The only paint I see on him is the Autobot symbol, tampographed, and the face, which he's got blue eyes and a kind of a whitish, light gray. And his posability are he can move his arms around. Kind of wonky if you have to move the waist, but you can move his arms fully around. Not bad. Seems like there's a tab on his arm right here that you can cut off because it doesn't quite make it. But you could fix that if you really cared. I honestly don't. And his fist will spin. He comes with this weapon. If you notice, let me show you the weapon. It's clear plastic. It looks really cool. You can see through it. And it's like a double-bladed or a double-sided sword, basically. And there's a tab here where the handle is. And basically, you would just take his hand and put the tab side towards his hand, towards the inside of his hand, I mean. And you would lock it up like that. And then he can spin it around like a ninja. Adjust that a little bit so you can actually see it a little better. Pretty cool. I actually like these gimmicks a lot for these toys. That's Sideswipe, number 6. Moving on to number 7, which might even be the weakest one in the bunch, especially for video, is Fix-It. Fix-It like head. He's got painted face, the same type of white/light gray for his face as Sideswipe, the same light blue as Sideswipe's eyes, but bigger. Looks like no other paint details. Nice orange plastic. It's actually kind of nice. An Autobot symbol is the only paint detail. If you see that right there, and the red one in the chest. He's got his hands kind of like he would in the show here, and his drill like he would in the toy there. He's got wheels like he does in the show. And his gimmick is if you roll him along, he spins in this arm, and he goes in and out with this arm. If you look really closely, you'll see that it goes in and out. See how the drill's going in and out? It's more noticeable in person, but that's Fix-It. Fix-It's pretty cool, but one of the weaker ones. And maybe even my favorite of this set is number 8, Clampdown. Clampdown has posable arms and just some string that seems to be stuck right now. There we go. His posable arms, and he has a clamp that will go like this. Looking at his face, he's got nice yellow painted eyes. He's got that same gray for his mouth, purple plastics for his arms, burgundy plastics for his body and head. Looking very cool, just like the cartoon. His gimmick is, you see the string, and this is you put Optimus here, open up the clamp, and you shoot this button right there, fires this. Then you pull the string back, and then you can attach it back in. Looking again. Well, that's going to be my review, guys. I'll show you one more time. You push the button right here, and fire. That's going to be my review, guys. And, oh, he also has waist swivel. No posability in Fix-It, by the way. And Sideswipe has waist swivel. That's going to be my review, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. Got lots more coming. Peace.